let's see how we can do roofing here. So here in the ground floor we have this, so we'll have to make some changes including in the wall. So I'll have to select everything there. This one is okay. I don't change thickness, also model. So I'll use brick brown. So it's now okay. So we're done with the wall. So I'll have to add the roof. So you select the tool there. So I'll start from this point. Okay, so I'll have to check it out in 3D. So it's not okay, but I'll have to make some changes on the ground floor. Control Alt T for the settings. Make the changes this way. Use 30 there. I'll also change the roof color, cobalt blue. And then for the thickness, I'll use 150 there. And then for the multiplying geometry, I'll also have to change the eaves overhang, that's offset to 600. And then I click OK. Back the 3D. Let's see what's happening in the 3D. So it's now okay. So you're done with the roofing, but first I'll have to make some changes also on the roof. I'll have to select on the line this way. So I click on that line. So, but the only way you can do it, I'll have to the line tool, control all the lines, and then I'll use this to adjust the line. This way. This way. Also adjust this one. Straight line. Then control D. I'll have to drag the line up to this point. This way. So it's now okay. So I'll select all the roof, control all, and then escape, right click, split single plane roof, split line, then control all the roof, edit, you go to grouping. I'll have to ungroup this way. So you move the nodes. So I move the nodes this way. Also move this and this way. So it's now okay. Back 3D, what's happening there? So in the 3D, here is what we have. So I'll have to select this thing here. I click the backspace to remove. Okay, so this is what we have on the 3D. So I love to select this wall here. I remove the opening, Control T, I'll use 5000. I'll adjust to 5000, and then I'll have to select all the roof, Control all, then I'll have to trim that one. So it's now okay. It's now okay. This one is better. So I'll do the same. The remaining roofs, I'll do this here. I'll have to break it down to make sure you all see what I mean. This way. So that line, I select that line, then I stretch it to 20 point I need. Then Control D, I'll have to drag it this way to that point. And then I'll have to click outside, and then I select all the roof, draw all the roof, and then I'll have to move the nodes that way, then finally that way. Back the 3D. This is what we have on the 3D. So I'll have to click the roof, escape. I'll have to drag it this way, and then I'll select that one. You click on the backspace, then you move this one back. Control D, you drag it up to that point. So it's now okay. You click on the wall also. Control T, use 5000. Enter. And then I'll have to select all the roof. Then I'll have to trim it this way. Okay. Puppeting, I'll have to put to see how it looks, to see how drill looks. So this is what's happening. So I'll also do the same to this remaining part of the roof. So back to the document, I click on the line tool, control all the lines, I remove all the lines, then I'll have to add one more line here this way. Then I'll have to stretch the line. You stretch on the line, then Control D, you drag the line to that point, and then back the design, back the roof tool, control all the roof. Then I'll have to move the nodes starting from that point that way, this way, this way. Okay, so back the 3D, I want to see what's happening there. So you see we have a line in here in this roof, so I'll have to remove that line. How are we going to remove that line? This is how we do. Let me break it down to make sure you all see what I mean. Let me break it down to make sure you all see what I mean. So I'll have to select a roof. So I'll have to drag it this way. And then I remove this. Really? No. I'll have to remove this. Backspace. Then I'll have to I'll have to move it back this way. Okay. So it's now okay. We can open it to see how it looks. If it's now corrected, yeah, the roof now is okay. So, but I'll have to make some changes also. I'll have to increase the height of this wall. Control T. So I'll use 5,000. Enter. Then on the roof, control all the roof. And also have to trim this way. So it's now okay. So it's now okay. It's now okay. So remaining with this. So we can decide what we are going to do with the remaining parts of the roof. So let me see what I'm going to do there. So back the document. Back the ground floor first. Back the document. I'll pick on the line tool. Click outside, control the lines. I'll remove the lines. Then I'll add one. I'll add one line here. This way. And then I select another line this way. And then control, but I'll adjust it this way. Okay. And then control D. I'll drag the line 20 point by 1. So for instance, I'll take it there. Back the roof design roof. Okay. So select all the roof. Then I'll have to move the nodes. I'll move to that point. Same case to this. And finally this one. So back to 3D. I want to see what's happening with 3D. I want to see what's happening with 3D. So this is how our roof looks now. So we have protruding roof in here, but I'll have to extend the wall also. Back the wall, I click this wall, Control T. I'll use 5,000. Enter. And then back the roof tool, control all the roof. Then I'll have to trim this way. So it's now okay. So I can see what's happening. You can also see what's happening. Okay. So it's now okay. So I want to make this symmetrical. So I'll do the same to this remaining part. So I'll drag this line, this point, this line. So Control D. I want to drag it this way. Okay. And then back the roof tool, control all the roof. Then I'll have to move the nodes. 20 point I need. Not any point I need anyway. To those points along that line. Then finally that way. Back the 3D. Let's see what's happening on 3D. So I'll have to remove the opit, and then I select on the wall, then Control T. Let's see what's happening. Use 5000. Same procedure. Enter, and then select all the roof, and then we'll have to trim that way. You click outside and see. Let's see what's happening. Yeah. So it's now better. It's now okay. So this design is not bad. So I'll have to make some changes also in the entrance. So in the entrance, back the ground floor, I'll have to add some items here to object, design object. So in the objects, this one I'll use 2250. 0, 250, 100, 2250. So it's okay. So I'll use the line tool. I'll draw a line this way, 200 meters, millimeters, and then here, back the design object, I add another one here. Then I'll have to drag it this way. Control D. I'll drag it to this point here. This point, then back there. So it's now okay. And then I'll pick the settings of this, and then I'll transfer the settings to this. So undo. So instead, undo. So it's that way. And then I'll have to drag this. Pick this. I drag a copy of that. But first, I'll have to draw a line from this point here, and then from here to 100. So back to object, I add another one here. Okay, then select, then I'll have to drag, Control D, move it back. That way. that way. Okay, same case with this. Control D, drag. That way. So you go at the document, elevation, I'll draw this way, and then that one this way. Elevation tools this way. Okay, so then back to design. Empty door. And then remove the window tool. So empty window openings. So I'll use this octagonal. Like octagonal window opening. Octagonal. 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 So undo. So this one. So I'll move to empty door openings. Okay, then I'll place this one here this way. This one here. I'll add this one also. This way. This way. Then back the door. The window. I'll pick this one. Octagonal. This way. I'll add another one here. And then this one this way. This way. And then you can check it out in our 3D to see how it looks. So it's okay. So we'll have to make some changes. I'll have to click on the application tool there. Right click. Then you open the current view settings. So I'll have to click on the windows there. Then hold shift, you click the other one, Control D, you drag it this way, and then I love to click outside, and then you click on the window, empty window, Control D, and I'll drag it this way. Escape, but first select on the door, same case to this, hold shift and then Control D. No, not dragging anyway, it should be, I'll have to escape, stretch height, I'll have to stretch the heights this way up at that point. And then I select on the wall, and then I'll move it this way, make sure it's 90. So it's now better. So I'll have to adjust. I'll have 900. What if I use 600? What will happen? 600. Click outside. So it's now okay. And then I'll drag, escape, Control D, and drag from this point. Escape, Control D, this way. Same case to this. So let me select this one, Control D, Control D, Control D. Okay, no, undo, Control Shift D. We move a copy of this way. So it's now okay. Back to the 3D. Yeah, it's now okay. So back to the elevation. select that one, Control D, move a copy, Control Shift D, and I'll have to move a copy of that this way to that point. So, and then this, I'll have to straight this one horizontally up to that point. So this one also, I'll adjust it this way. Okay, so this one is now better. I'll do the same at this point. Yeah, I'll adjust to 600, not 6 actually, 600. So, and then after adjusting, I'll have to drag, Control D, escape, Control D, that way. And then Control Shift D, I move a copy of that this way. And then you click on the empty door, and then allow to stretch horizontally this way. Same case, this stretch this way. Okay, so it's now okay. We can move back to our 3D to see how it looks. So it's now better. So back the ground floor, I'll click on this elevation, right click, you open the current view settings, and then you zoom it out, adjust to 600, and then drag it, Control D, and then stretch the height. Ano? Apa ba yan? Anares ba bijuba ko masini?
Sagot ko na niya.
Anares ka to?
Rasta.
Basta? Wag niya. Oya jug ya cha 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 ni ni
Lalo?
ni lala si jojo ni ni dan. Ni lala na nyan dan. Ay kaya.
Paano ya kan?
Kahit kandi. Eh. So you stretch, and then you move the wall this way. So, and then this one, select that one, Control D, you take that one to this point there. So it's now okay. Then also I'll have to move a copy of that, Control Shift D, copy of that this way. So because we have a window here, it means this will work really. So we look at it on a 3D to see if it really works. See if it really works. So it's okay. It's okay. So we can continue from there. So we'll have to select on the door, empty door also, and I stretch it vertically. This way to that point. Then we'll see I will do it. I'll reduce it a little bit this way. And then I'll have to stretch it horizontally. So I'll pick on this, stretch it horizontally up to that point. Can also do it for this way. And then back to our 3D to see how it looks. So it's now okay. So the remaining part also, select this, Control T, open the current view settings, you right click, then you open the current view settings. You select that one, reduce it to 600, and then we'll have to stretch the door vertically. So for you to make sure they're in line, you zoom it this way. So then you reduce up to that point. So it's now okay. We also have to drag that window vertically, vertically, this way. Okay. And then we select on the wall, and then I'll have to so, and then this one, Control D, I'll drag it to this point here, that point there. And then Control Shift D, I move a copy of that to this point there. So I'll have to move it back a little bit this way to make sure they're in line with the other one. Escape, Control D, escape, escape, Control D, that way. So, and then this one also, I'll have to stretch it vertically. Let's see what will happen. Skip. So bring it back to make sure they're in line. I was just confirming if they're in line. Okay, so we'll have to drag it horizontally. No, we'll have to stretch it horizontally. Control Z, undo. I'll have to stretch it horizontally. So I wait this way, cubic, horizontally this way. So make sure they are symmetrical. You'll move this back that way. Let's continue. I do the same to this side also, the third point. So for you to make sure they're in line, you move this one back this way. Okay, so we can go to a 3D to see how it looks. So it's now okay. So maybe these protruding walls. So these protruding walls, this I will do it. So I click on the wall there, skip, then I skip. I'll bring it this way. I'll stretch it vertically. I'll stretch the wall vertically up to story 1. Same case to this. I'll bring it back to story 1 that way. So 3D, see if we still have them. So it's now corrected. So we can add our slab there. We are going to add the slab. So we go back to the design, slab tool. So I'll start, but first I'll go to documents, then I'll pick on the line tool, then I'll just this way. I'll draw a line from that point, escape from the corner this way. I'll draw, I want the slab to move this way. Then from this point this way. So that's where my slab moved. So back the design, I take the slab tool. I'll start from this point there, this way, this way, this way, this way. Then I'll close, and then I'll click on the slab tool this way, escape, slab this way. Then I'll have to offset all edges. I want to offset all edges this way to that level of the roof this way. Okay, so 3D, maybe to see how it looks. Okay, so that's our slab. In 3D, so it's not okay. Maybe you can make some changes on the settings. Okay, settings of the slab. So we click on the slab, and then no arrow tool. I select the slab, Control T. This one I'll use for 50, and then for this model authorized services, I want to use marble black, and then for this I'll use ivory black. That way. And that's our flow. That's our slab. It's not okay. So it's not okay. So maybe finally I'll adjust this, the position of this, the center. This way. Same case this. This way. Same case this. Escape. Up to that point. Same case this. Like this way. Escape. This way. Then finally this. So it's not okay. So we have done almost everything. Okay, thank you for watching our video. For more, make sure you subscribe. Good day.